Laptops are one of the things frequently used for, but not limited to, office work, and not to mention education. For someone like a high school student, young professional, and someone who is a little short when it comes to budget, you might want to consider looking for the cheapest one out there. But you also might want to consider performance because you might tend to experience some lag or interference in the middle of doing your documents. And seriously, who would want that to happen? If that's the case, the ASUS X409FA may be the laptop for you. The ASUS X409FA is a budget laptop that I would recommend for basically anyone who deals with the day-to-day light to moderate tasks like creating documents, working with spreadsheets, or even photo editing. But there's an issue when it comes to that. I'll tell you more about it later. Streaming videos like Netflix or YouTube is also not a problem. It costs around 19,995 pesos or around 400 US dollars, which is quite affordable considering the powerful hardware inside this computer. First, let's talk about the design and build quality. Basically, laptops at this price range are often built with the plastic outer shell, but this is the complete opposite. The design of this laptop is an eye magnet. It sports an aluminum shell which does not only look utterly professional but also durable. Thanks to this, there is virtually no flex when pressing hard on the keyboard. The back, however, is made of plastic. Having metal as a protective shell of this laptop makes you wonder how heavy this is, but surprisingly, it is not as heavy as you would expect at around 1.5 kilograms. Unfortunately, there's nothing special about the display, which is a basic 14-inch 16:9 screen with a resolution of 1366 by 768 and a VGA webcam on top that are usually found in almost every budget to mid-range laptops. Colors in this display are not the best, but overall, it is substantial enough, though I would not recommend this for graphic designers or editors. But the fact that this is one of the cheapest laptops out there is still a bargain. For the ports, on the left side we have a USB 3.0 Type A, DC power connector for charging, USB Type-C for faster charging, and an HDMI output. On the right, we have a 3.5mm combo audio jack that can be used to plug in your headphones for quiet listening, a micro SD card slot, and two USB 2.0 ports. It has a 4110 mAh battery with an estimated 7 to 10 hours of battery life, but your mileage may vary. It also has a fingerprint sensor enclaved on the upper right side of the touchpad. Now let's talk performance. It rocks an Intel Pentium Gold 5405U dual-core processor, which is clocked at 2.3 GHz. Also has a 4GB DDR4 2400 MHz memory. Not the best, you have an option to upgrade up to 16 gigs. But the main attraction here is the SSD. Having an SSD installed in your computer is generally a must nowadays because it makes your computer faster. Not to mention, it also uses the faster NVMe SSD, which is a bit faster than your typical SATA drives. It is considerably fast for a budget laptop in this price range that rocks an Intel Pentium processor, which is definitely not the fastest processor out there. Here is the laptop booting up on Windows 10. It's kinda like convincing yourself of having a high-end computer, but without the heavy tasks like gaming. I tried doing basic stuff like surfing the web, doing documents necessary for schoolworks, and even editing photos on Adobe Photoshop. And trust me, it really works. In conclusion, for a budget-friendly laptop like this, which rocks an SSD, a tremendous build quality, it is quite an understatement if you call this a low-end PC. Sure, it does not have the best processor available, but for the inexpensive price of 19,995 pesos, if you are not into heavy tasks like gaming, and your purpose is only for office or schoolwork, you should really consider getting this laptop. Thanks for watching. For more tech videos, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be notified for any of our future videos.